Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So we have something quite exciting. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, or shall we call it Dragon Ball Super Budokai Tenkaichi 4, because a crazy leak has been released by Geekdom 101. You guys know Geekdom, he is a YouTuber, he publishes information about basically leaks on many things, movies, about Dragon Ball universe, Dragon Ball, anime, manga, and he said that the roster is gonna be massive, and especially it's gonna have super characters. That's right, let's just check this out because this is very exciting. So looking at this in a YouTube video, Geekdom 101, this guy is of course famous across the world, who has accurately leaked information related to the movie Pro Wrestling and anime before, revealed just what fans can expect wise when Budokai Tenkaichi 4 is releasing. So the Dragon Ball Super Fighters leaked for Budokai Tenkaichi 4. According to Geekdom, there will be plenty of characters from Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power who have never been playable in a Dragon Ball game before. Guys, this is awesome. This is crazy. So maybe the whole roster is gonna be available from the Tournament of Power. Of course, this means that the Dragon Ball Z characters, some Dragon Ball characters are gonna be there. I mean, just imagine how crazy this is. While it's pretty obvious the characters such as Jiren and Hit will be playable, their Tournament of Power has lots of combatants, and some coming to the Budokai Tenkaichi 4 could come as a shock to many people. To put this into perspective, the Namekians from Universe 6, the Universe 11 Pride Troopers, and even Universe 9 Trio of Dangers could be playable. Alright, this roster, based on everything I know, is going to be even bigger than Xenoverse 2 with all of the DLC. This is what Geekdom explained in this video. Now, just imagine for a second, a release of the initial game, which is gonna have an initial roster potentially bigger than actually Xenoverse 2. That's a lot of characters. Xenoverse 2 had a ridiculous roster with over 90 playable characters. Okay, so expect more than 100 in Budokai Tenkaichi 4. Guys, we are gonna spend so much time testing and trying each character. It is gonna be insane. Like, this game is gonna have content for years, and I just cannot wait to get my hand on it because, guys, the channel is gonna go crazy with this. This is awesome. Although the insider couldn't go into too much detail, of course, as you can imagine, he reiterated that a surprising amount of characters from the Tournament of Power will be playable. Alright, this is it. It's still unclear if characters from the manga such as Moro, Granola or Black Frieza join as DLC, most likely potentially. But with GT, Heroes and a ton of movies to pick from, there's little doubt that this roster will be very impressive. And guys, I cannot be more happy about this because this is just awesome. Now, this is a roster of the Tournament of Power characters. As you can see, guys, is just crazy. Now, I mean, we have here a ton of characters. You just check this out. I mean, this is huge. I mean, I don't even remember like most of them, to be honest, because I don't obviously know all their names. Now, of course, just imagine for a second, maybe not all of them are gonna be playable because some of them were quite forgettable. I mean, they were basically, useless. But there are some of them which are quite memorable. For example, this one, obviously these three, right? Maybe potentially this guy here was also quite memorable, potentially. The wolves, most likely playable. Then we have obviously the troopers, all these guys. I think maybe potentially, most of them are gonna be playable. So yeah, there's quite a lot of variety here to choose from. Maybe these guys as well are gonna be potentially playable. Okay, so yeah, I mean, of course, Universe 6 is gonna be most likely all of them or most of them. I mean, these guys 100% up from here to here, obviously, because Caulifla and obviously all these Hit and Botamo and all these guys, Frost. So yeah, obviously all of them are gonna be playable. This guy, not sure to be honest, but the Namekians, could be, it could be playable. The Namekians, it's highly possible, it's a possibility. Universe obviously 7, of course, all of them are gonna be playable. As you can imagine, it's gonna be huge. So this just brings me so much joy and excitement, guys, because this is exactly what we were asking for. Now, just to put things in perspective, just imagine for a second, like this is exactly what Bandai Namco needs to do to give us a game which is going to be playable for a decade. I think this is their plan. Like they know that they can't mess this up. They want to release the Budokai Tenkaichi 4 to be a massive hit, to basically make millions over millions of profit for a decade, because you know they're not stupid. Like Bandai Namco knows that everyone has been waiting for Budokai Tenkaichi. The game is super hyped. They know that's why when they released the trailer and everything, like they saw the people's reaction and know that people have super high expectations, and they know that they can't mess this up. So of course, fingers crossed is that they don't mess this up and they give us a product which effectively showcases that, you know, they care about the players. Now it's going to use Unreal Engine 5, which is also awesome. So that just means that effectively the game is just going to be on a different level, combat wise. And just imagine for a second, so if you actually add the characters from the Z saga, from the GT, from the movies, from Super, then you can add so many DLCs. I do believe that Moro, for example, Black Frieza, Granola, they are going to potentially be DLC characters. It makes a ton of sense because, you know, you don't want to release them as of yet purely because they're not even in an anime. So if they release them, it's who knows when it's gonna be. Like maybe they release the game in 2024, as in late 24. Maybe they're gonna release the DLC characters in 25. So maybe by then we're gonna get the anime, which makes sense. For example, getting the anime in late 24 and then of course the DLC in 25. It would just tie in so good, so nicely. And of course they could establish like tournaments in the game. They could like make so many events because, you know, especially in today's age, if they do cross-play between their games, which is like it's like a must in fighting games, you can have the most crazy amazing audience between the Xbox, PlayStation, PC. It's just gonna be crazy, guys. So I cannot wait for this game to come out. And to be honest, guys, this just made my day. I mean, it's just awesomeness. It's just awesomeness. I did not expect this, to be honest. I mean, I did expect them to obviously include a lot of characters, but Geekdom's video kind of confirms that, yeah, there's going to be a lot there, guys, and it's gonna satisfy us very much. I mean, they just can't release you know, the game with just having a tiny roster because people are going to complain massively. The game is gonna get tons of negative reviews, and that's not the way to go forward. They know that a Budokai Tenkaichi game is a game which has a huge roster. That's expected. That's like basically 101. You can't have a Budokai Tenkaichi game without a massive roster because effectively you are setting yourself for failure from day one. So obviously they know that. So guys, that's it for today's video. Quite excited, to be honest. Cannot wait. I mean, let me tell you, this is awesome. Guys, thanks of course to Geekdom 101, because Geekdom 101 in his video, in his YouTube video, I mean, you know, publishing this information, I guess he has contacts because, you know, he's a big YouTuber, so, you know, he can have people to talk to from the developers, from Bandai Namco. So I guess he got some information from someone. Maybe he even knows the release date, most likely, and other stuff. Obviously, he can't, you know, confirm everything, because then if he confirms stuff, you know, people who leak the information, he may get in trouble. But at least we got this stuff, which is pretty damn awesome. So guys, that's it for today's video. As always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and of course, I shall see you for the release of the DLC 5 for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. We're gonna live stream it and it's gonna be freaking awesome. So yeah, see you guys very soon.